Bismillah, Rahman Rahim. In the name of God, most gracious, the Astounder of tremendous grace. This is before I do Rachel's poem, inshallah. This is her theme, her musical theme for me. And if this you can't get to the music, you can just fast forward it to the poem. This is what my heart is feeling, and I don't know how it's going to come out. I don't worry about any of that, about anything anymore. Because everything is coming out just the way God ordained it to be, perfectly. And He's never late. We are, but our Creator is never late. Some of these tones you can't hear. The lower ones come off flat to you. But You try to tell people about your spiritual experiences and if they haven't had them, they think you're completely out of your tree. I was asleep, and a host of presence. You call them dead people. Uh, they're more alive than you and I, and they are aware of us. If we love them, they're much aware of us. We're not aware of them because we are asleep, and we think we're awake. But we're the ones that are asleep. And so all of the prophets taught that, all of the messengers, Yahshua, alayhi salam, Isa, you call wrongly Jesus, because there is no J in the languages that he spoke. You're so saved, but you don't know the master's name. That's sad, you know. And I didn't intend to say any of this. I was speaking about the Buddha, and I didn't complete what I was saying. You know, that people are going to school to get PhDs in Buddhism. But the Buddha was just a tired Hindu at the time. He was exhausted. He had fasted. He had done all the austerities that he could do, and that's another most misunderstood religion, Hinduism. People think that all Hindus is running around drinking urine, and some of the ignorance and the lack of, my people are destroyed, Isaiah said, for a lack of knowledge. But Buddha was very sincere, and at the point of total exhaustion, he had dehydrated himself and everything else. He was working it. He was working hard. And the moment that he gave all of that up, exhausted, and sat down under the Bodhi tree, he experienced Satori. And emerged from that not with a PhD in Buddhism that he learned didactically and intellectually. He emerged from that experience and a new being. And he never taught anybody any more than Jesus to worship him or to erect idols in his name or any of that. This is what people do. You remember the Mount of Transfiguration in the Holy Bible, the New Testament, and what they saw there on that mountain with Yahshua and Moses, and I think it was Elijah that showed up. Immediately they wanted to build a monument up there. Jesus essentially told these Negroes, and when I use that word, it simply means ignorant person, lack of knowledge, black heart. I'm not saying that Peter and them had black hearts that day, but they didn't have enlightenment. And they wanted to build these monuments up there. And Yahshua essentially told them, this is not what this is about. You get your behinds down here to the base of the mountain and serve the people. This is what this is about. And be involved in the spontaneity of this creative moment. That's what this is about. This is not about building a monument to me or establishing some brick and mortar, anything. He never told anybody to do this stuff that they've done. He said to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy mind, with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and to love your neighbor as you love yourself. It doesn't mean just because a person is a Christian you love him, or because they're a Muslim. This is madness. This is the madness. The Prophet Muhammad said that until you have ikrami muslimin, that you want for your brother what you want for yourself, you're not a true believer in God. You're just shucking and jiving. It doesn't have anything to do with it. You have to be a Muslim before I love you. You have to be a Buddhist before I love you, because I'm Buddhist. You're part of my little club and my clique. Show me your identification card and you get in. And you get the benefits. We bring you food. We'll come and visit you. As long as you are part of our little club. Well, I'm not a part of your club. And I don't want to be a part of your club, because I see what your clubs do. They destroy people, and they annihilate the unification of this humanity and keep us from being able to love. So we don't need another world religion. What we need to learn how to do is to become rejoined by way of the practice of that which is already our givenness, whatever that is. You're not responsible to live up to all that I know. And I'm not responsible to live up to all that you know. You are responsible for all the knowledge that the Creator has given you. And if you leave this world not striving to make wajahadu, while not making this struggle, the word jihad does not mean war. It means struggle. There's another word in the Arabic for war. Another misconception. People use the words they don't know the meanings of. Quote scriptures they don't know the depth of. A great light in my life, who touched me in the last 2-3 years of his living life, was Dr. Howard Thurman, who wrote to me every time I wrote to him, and I met him and we became friends. And he deposited something of himself into me. He was the greatest black mystic walking the face of this planet. And he talked about every spiritual discipline, Dr. Howard Thurman, in his tapes and his listening rooms that were established in his honor. And he said that no one can deny that institutions are the means by which great creative concepts are held intact. But often they become the very means by which those great creative concepts are embalmed. So we establish an institution around the mystic, and after the mystic is gone, those of us who follow the mystic do not have his states, and we jack up a whole lot of people in the name of the one we follow. We become bad imitations of an original product. Bad imitations of an original product. So I'm not trying to imitate anybody. I'm just trying to love God with all my heart, with all my mind, with all my soul, with all my strength, and to love my neighbor as I love myself, or to want for my brother what I want for myself. Otherwise, what is the point? You live your whole life going through religious motions. Muslims 5 times a day at least. And you have no love and compassion or forgiveness or tolerance, and no grace, no mercy in you. And you out the body in a place of torture, because you carry your torture in your mind, in your consciousness. That is where hell is now, within you. It's not that God sends you to hell. You manifest that in the way you think and you act, and you manifest that. Hell is a confused mind. The flames is the heat and the burning of your lust and inability to let go of jealousy and envy and all these things that possess you, though you look good on the outside. All you're well dressed, shiny, glowing. Like Yahshua told some people one day, alayhi salam, you're like whited sepulchres on the outside, but on the inside you are full of dead men's bones. I didn't intend to say that, but it's said. And I'm not holding back whatever God has for me to say. I'm on borrowed time. You can't do nothing to me until the moment I'm supposed to leave here, and that death has been shown to me. So I'm ready to go. I don't live so that I'm not ready to go. I've seen the other world. I've been there. I know, and you may not see what I saw. Everybody don't see the glory. Some people see the torment. You see what you are. And we do that even in this life. We project onto other people what's in us. You know? You can't see it in another person unless it's in you. So, I'm not trying to live this borrowed time that I have left, looking at you. I'm in the mirror looking at me, because I don't see but nobody in that mirror but myself. And maybe you got Joe and Sue and everybody else in yours, and you can see from 6 points, so you become God, and you know. We know nothing. Only God knows. And you know nothing, and you know God, then it's possible for you to know all things. Because when you're absent, that doesn't make God present, but it creates an atmosphere whereby if he so chooses to grace you, as he did the Buddha, and as he did all of them, then you may know. And then it becomes difficult to tell people what you know. I want to do this poem for Rachel, because Rachel came to me and told me what to do. And I wrote In Jerusalem almost, 15 years ago, and foretold all the things that are happening now. Right now, as I speak to you, they're blowing up children, whole blocks, weapons supplied by you read the book of Revelations, it tells you what's going on over there. It says, I know your works. Those of you who say you are Jews and are not, you are the synagogue of Satan. And I put a video up for you to watch, and have begged you to watch it. And some of you are going to be asleep when the trucks come and get you and take you to these places that they have already prepared for you with caskets lined up you know nothing about, because you're asleep, snoring double clutch, and you think you're awake, but you're dead, you're asleep. Rachel is alive. And she lived in such a way that she can be alive. So if we can get this gyroscope working right with this UFO, we might be able to do this poem for Rachel. And maybe at some point you'll realize that, I don't know, this came to me in a dream too. Just shut the page down. Shut it down. Then you'll see what you don't have, because nobody else is giving it to you like this. And I know that, and you know that. My internet bill is almost $80 a month, Hey, I'm not gonna beg you like free throw dollar and flying flip. I'm not getting a choir behind me talking about money, money, because I'm not after your money. Mm-mm. I don't want your money. I want your heart. That's what you got from me. Why can't you give that back? It's for free. And the only thing you're going to do is be multiplied and blessed if you invest in me. Your $19 that you spend on my book, you throw away on cigarettes, wine, marijuana, and everything else a month. But you can't invest in something that will bring you multiplicity. Then you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Too many times I've seen God take my nothing after I've given it away, all I had, and it come back 100-fold or more. And he sustains me in miraculous ways. I get up every day looking for another miracle. This is how I live. I'm online talking something to you that I don't practice. Woe be unto me if that's the case. We got enough charlatans doing that. Yeah, you support them. Yeah, they living in big fine houses with Eldorado cars, and you in the ghetto with nothing to eat. They pimping you to death. And SIAM is giving you from his heart for free. Keep on. Keep on. But right now, I want to do Rachel's poem in honor of her. And if you're dealing with color, you don't miss. Rachel was glorious. She wasn't white or black or any of that. And she was about this kind of thing when she was a little girl. There's a video on my page. They're talking stuff about the world hunger. She was trying to help people even as a little child. She was sent here, a special soul, you know, to bear witness. To bear witness. And she lives even more now out of the body than she did when in the body. So, yeah, Rachel's my girl. So I want to do this poem. I'll get this UFO working right. Hold up for a minute. Oh, it wants to act a fool now today. We're going to try to pull this. We don't want the commercial. Hold on. Yes, I am is in trouble. Wait a minute. We're about to get it, though. This UFO is trying to levitate. It's, you know, it'd be wobbling and thing. It wobble. Get the gyroscope right. Ode to Rachel, the maiden of Palestine. The maiden of vision. The maiden of consolation. The maiden of observation. The maiden of revelation. Rachel. 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 Your spirit comes to me, my dreams, living, breathing, speaking, voiceless melodies, a melody this world cannot sustain. Like a soft cloud, erratic glory in my inner knowing surrounding me. And your beauty penetrates my atomic core. I shall keep the score, tallied against you. Such courage I have never seen, except in my living nightmare ghetto growing up, death all around my wonder dreams. Rachel, 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 the maiden of vision, the maiden of consolation, the maiden of observation, the maiden of revelation. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. You believed, beloved, beloved, my mystic love, lover. You hover my heart and soul. You believed in the God in him, didn't you? Your colors of blues, purples, and greens, golden, your hair of glaring sunlight shining upon his demonic bulldozer. Bulldozer, caterpillar, bulldozer, bulldozer, caterpillar, bulldozer, crawling, crawling, bulldozer, smelled of frankincense and holy myrrh. You did. That was seen a living dead sea, he of dead fish sweltering rancid, inside his darkness, mean, evil, confounding any love within. You tasted the hard worked labor of these that became your own blood people, their hard worked olive gardens and vineyards, grown, but you knew they were the original blood and soul of this, their origins, birth from ancient Aegean lands. Your foghorn of such open grace, mercy raised in gracious obrigado, compassion in your voice when you asked, a pleading, needing, empathetic sympathy that became a celestial symphony of flapping, sounding, angelic winged choirs, not heard within, not human, but vacant, absent, silent, crooked bone, cockroach, wolf dog, false, founded, imperialistic, impure, unrealistic, foul of stalking Israeli heart, an unfounded lying state of catastrophic, hate-filled extermination. Black hole eyes were shocked at your defiance of that which the living God says is unjust. In the scripted books of heaven, in the scripted books of the earth, in the scripted books written of the heart, Rachel, 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 the maiden of vision, the maiden of consolation, the maiden of observation, the maiden of revelation. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. No foreigner of pain, never separated from anyone's lame or crippled hopes and wondered, wanting, thundered dreams. Such a glorious queen. Your grace fell from heaven's bluest skies within beaming stars and stardust falling, a superior calling of suffering Palestinian eyes, crying, dying, baby, eyes, little babies, children, eyes, their beautiful skulls crushed beneath foreign country, cold stone, steel, iron walls, supplied an obvious extermination, occupation, destruction, destination, Eyes, babies' eyes, little babies, little babies, little babies. You fought and lived and ate, slept and loved and danced this people's, your Arab Palestinian people's loving song. Did you learn their language well? Did you pray with them in the darkness of the night before daybreak came, a quaking of open, bold, satanic taking of such terrifying, horrendous, technological, biological, or poison wells, their selfish, self-absorbed, greedy hearts, brim flowing to overfilled, so they could not drink the fresh flowing waters there of that they dug with their own kneading, bleeding hands, and there you stood, a stand of standing. Even the great primordial Nephilim giants could not stand. My now old of poem song will never be good enough for you. My maiden of vision, my maiden of consolation, my maiden of observation, my maiden of revelation. Rachel, 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 to equate the excellency of you. The bulldozer, storm, wind, lightning, thunder came and went rolling over your broken into back spine. You shall dine at the tables of the Most High King, Lord of heaven and earth. A laudation of martyred sanctification, the wind of hounding hell snatched your physicality down to the very ground, but did not steal your luminous soul of name or name. And your name and eternal, supernal, flaming fame shall be remembered when he is long, long, this fleeting world twirling, forgotten, gone. And is riding in his bulldozer, American made, swelling, rolling in the depths of also a burning, flaming hell. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. My glorious Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. My glorious silver-lighted queen, come make love to me. Come make love to me, and I remember loving you forever in my living kaleidoscopic Palestinian colored dreams, my Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. The maiden of vision, the maiden of consolation, the maiden of observation, the maiden of deliverance and redemptive suffering, the maiden of revelation, my holy Rachel, Rachel. Rachel.